we got the part of Jesus that's sweet. Yeah. You understand? Beautiful human being. You don't have that part now. That's the revolutionary part. Come on. Right. See, Jesus was a revolutionary. Yes, sir. He wasn't white, by the way. Oh, you just gave him up that quick?
See, they trying to make Jesus feminine. If you see the picture of the white Jesus, and how they try to portray him in Christianity is loving, soft, mellow. And Farrakhan is explaining how Jesus had a revolutionary side to him. Jesus didn't play, He was very serious about his father and very serious about his word. And he also mentioned that Jesus was a black man. He had to have been a black man, not only from his depiction in the Bible, but also from his story. His people were poor, enslaved, living in poverty. He wanted to help the underdogs. He wanted to help the poor, the needy, the sick. He gave hands to the people who didn't have hands. He gave feet to the people who didn't have feet. He spoke for the people who couldn't speak. He saw for the people who didn't see. He heard for the people who couldn't hear. He fought for the people who couldn't fight. Right? And he was a black man, and he was slung and hung on a tree like many other black slave men, enslaved men.
I know some black people that got on a plane, and because the pilot was black, they got off. Wow. I ain't flying this plane, and that black man is piloting it.
And he's showing the signs of hatred that black people have towards each other. Not only with gang banging, but with stereotype. The stereotype of the black men is we couldn't fly planes, right? The Tuskegee Airmen, the Tuskegee experiment, right? We were outlawed to believe in that we couldn't fly planes. And he brought up this showing the hatred, okay? It was a prophecy in the Bible that the Jews were going to be enslaved into another land, right? They were going to go into bondage and be sold as slaves. And in that land, they were going to hate each other. It says that you shall have an evil eye towards your brother. The one who is tender and delicate among you shall have an evil eye towards his brother. Right? It says you shall have a wife and a family, and a father shall leave. Look how many broken homes we come out of. These are the curses that were put on us. Right? Including the curse of our history of being enslaved, right? And sold, right? He's telling you, he's giving you a hint. He's giving his followers, his Muslim followers, a hint that the black people are the Jews, right? He said, you are brother to Jesus. Jesus was black. He was of your kind. So if Jesus was a Jew, then would that make you?
How hateful you are of yourself. So now that you know Jesus is black, you still love it? Do you love him more? Because he's your brother. You know what? Jesus is a sign of who you are. See, you and Jesus are from the same God. That's why he wants you to pray as you asked him, teach us how to pray. And he said, well, say this, our Father.
And I see why Farrakhan gets blackballed, because he says things like this. Look, he's telling his following, and he's not flat out saying it, but if you read through the lines, he's a wise man. So you got to understand the parables that he's speaking. He said, Jesus is your brother. You guys have the same God. Okay? We know that nations of people had their own gods. So if he's your brother and you have the same God, then that means he's of your same blood and he's of your same nation. So he's telling the black people, the African Americans, that they are the Jews, because if Jesus is your brother and you are kin to him, then that would mean you are a Jew too. Hypothetically speaking, he's spreading the truth, and that's the reason why he's getting blackballed. They don't want him. They took him off of social media, period. It's hard to find videos of him lecturing today. He's still speaking, but they're blackballing him, right? They don't want him to have his own. By now, Farrakhan should have his own country. And he can't even have his own station.